Hello, we got another weekly reset for August, what is today? August 29th through September 5th. Another thing that happened today is in the event store, we got a new Mythic Ninja, Bladestorm Enforcer. Before we get into that guy really quick, this is not part of the weekly, but he's in the event store. The event store still has Swordmaster Ken, has the Jackal, the Wall Launcher, the Bruiser, Machinist Thora. It's got Ragnarok, the Dark Viking. Hydra is still in there. The Walloper, which I wasn't sure was going to still be in there, is still in there. And the Urban Assault Sledgehammer is still in there, along with the Survivor and the Armory slots. Those haven't changed, but they added the Bladestorm Enforcer hero tonight. In the weekly store, we got the Socket Slugger now for those of you that like the wrenches. You get your standard flux. Looks like the store is bugged again where it doesn't say how many, and you have to buy them individually. But you got the standard 10 fluxes. You got your 10 armory slots. The Vendetta Epic version, Epic Striker AC, which is really a cool character. He's always been pretty cool. I played him last night for the first time since they buffed the punch and reworked everything in 5.0, which was like a month ago. Super strong. He's totally viable for actually doing damage also with his punch now, whereas before he was more of a knockback effect. So super fun, new way to play him. Can kill almost anything besides mist monsters. He can chunk the crap out of mist monsters though. The Vendetta, you get your Survivors, standard Storm Shards, Eye of the Storms, Lightning in Bottles, Epic Flux, Drops of Rain. We got rare perk ups again, Uncommon, Rare Flux, Fleetfoot Ken, which is probably an underrated ninja. A lot of people think he's garbage, and he's actually pretty decent. He's got a super strong Dragon Slash. He's got cheaper double jumps. He's fast. He does assassination, does damage. He's fun. He's I would say he's above average. He's not top tier in anything. He doesn't excel in one thing, but he's not. He's above middle. I'd probably give him like a 6 or a 7 if we had to actually put a number on it. But we'll give a fair outlook next time I do a video on him. We also got our reperk, 200 stacks. So what is this? I think this equates to 2,000 total. Yeah, 2,000 total. So that's 2 perk reworks or rerolls. The Backbreaker, some people love it, some people don't. I'm not a fan of the Backbreaker. It's a cool looking gun. It's okay. It's short, close range, and there's other shotguns that just outperform the Backbreaker. And then the other shotguns outperform the Backbreaker in range and rate of fire and damage. But if you're looking for a good shotgun, it's not terrible. There's just other ones that are better. But if you're in dire need of one or you want to try it, 700 daily coins. And then electric fields is another probably underrated trap. Every day people come in now. It seems like gas traps are the meta. That's the only thing people care about is gas traps. Okay. Gas traps aren't bad. Electric fields aren't bad either. Somebody on Reddit, somebody somewhere, somebody YouTuber, I don't know, praised gas traps, and the community has blown up over the last 6 months. That gas traps are the only thing viable. Electric fields are awesome. I swear by them. I was using those long before I started using gas. Gas take up herbs. Okay, herbs and powder are probably the 2 hardest things to farm besides bacon. They don't take a lot of herbs, but they do. All the materials that the electric fields take are easier to farm. I like to use them in conjunction, so I would recommend getting electric fields. I mean, if you've got the coins and you don't have a legendary electric field, get the trap, man. Get it. And then, yeah, just get it. You need it. It's awesome. I like on my tunnels, if you guys have seen it in my videos, in my 1x2s, I open with gas and I end with field. If I do a 3-way, if it's an angle or if it's a straightaway, the third trap in the tunnel would, however they're whipping and rounding and winding, whatever, it doesn't matter. It ends with the zapper. The concept behind that, and a lot of people I talk to do it reverse. They open with the electric field and then put gas in the middle. But ideally, the electric field is going to AoE chunk everything. So that's why I put it in the middle. So it's going to hit everything coming in as well as everything that got to it. Gas is going to afflict everything that's walking in. And then anything that's still left after the electric field goes off, like a fatty or a mouth breather or a smasher, is going to get the lights knocked out of them by the zapper. And if they're still left, then I'll just spin on them as they walk out. So, yeah, if you don't have electric fields, I would definitely pick them up. Let's go ahead and we're going to look at him in a second. For those of you that aren't familiar with Striker basically right now, if you want to farm with him and you punch, you get a 4-second cooldown between breaking things, and you punch like 3 tiles. It's either 2 tiles or 3 tiles, and you just go through. So if you're farming brick, if you're farming metal, if you're clearing buildings, if you're doing trees, you every 4 seconds you can just jump around the map. And kill things. If you're punching enemies, it's an 8-second cooldown, which is still ridiculous. Before the buff in 5.0, when you punched an object, not a husk, you got your 8-second cooldown. Okay, it was normally like a 15 or something when you punched enemies. Now they buffed it down, which is crazy. So basically, it gets focused acquisition, increases chance to find double loot. That's a standard across all Outlanders. Anti-material charge is his punch. Gets loot llamas like everything. He's a Teddy guy. He doesn't have shock tower, but he gets Teddy. But I don't think he has any perks for it. We'll find out here in a second. But it's got Teddy. Strike cost reduces the cost of anti-material charge by 10 energy. Fist of the South Moon reduces the cooldown of anti-material charge by 5 seconds. In the zone, when you get 5 pickaxe hits in a row with your pickaxe, you get increased pickaxe damage for farming. You get all glittery and sparkly. Structural damage. Dealing damage to a structure with anti-material charge refunds 6 stamina and reduces the cooldown by 3 seconds. Long Armor of the Law increases the travel distance of anti-material charge by 1.5 tiles. Charged Fist allows you to charge your anti-material charge, dealing an additional 150 damage. That makes it cool. He can phase shift. Iron Knuckles increases the damage of anti-material charge by another 150% against enemies. So now you're doing 300% against enemies. And it already got buffed to begin with in 5.0. Kinetic Punch increases the impact of anti-material charge by 100% and increases the knockback to be effective against large enemies. So now when you're pretty much charging your punch, you're knocking back anything that hasn't died. Okay? So he's a lot of fun. Last night I was playing with him and killing a ton of stuff with just the punch. It was awesome. It was awesome. I was blown away at how powerful it's become. It used to be good for knocking things around, but now it kills things. Fleetfoot. Let's cover him just really quick. Shinobi, which is standard for ninjas, is kind of goofy. It reduces your fall damage by 10% and increases your run and sprint speed by 10%. Mantis Sleep, which is your double jump. Fleet, so he gets a flat 12% movement speed bonus. He gets Dragon Slash, soft landing, so he reduces your fall damage by another 40%. Throwing Stars. It's the green one. Stand by. Throwing Stars at 2-star. There we go. Throwing Stars at 2-star. And then he gets Assassination at level 12. So if you're going to get Fleetfoot out of the store, you're going to have to evolve him up. I mean, you're going to do that anyways. So we've been getting Flux every week. You probably have Flux. Go ahead, evolve it if you want to use it. He gets Assassination, which is their stackable damage. When you're hitting targets within 5 seconds, you increase your damage by 5% up to 5 times, total of 25 damage. Your arm gets a glowy band around your arm. And what that does, unlike debilitating shots, is you yourself get that damage bonus. So you can hit something 5 times and get a 25% damage buff, turn around, smack that dude, and you got 25% on that guy. Whereas soldiers mark a target with their debilitating shots, and everybody can affect it. But they move to a new target, they got to stack it back up again. Assassination is on your person. It's selfish, but you can keep it going as long as you keep fighting. Long Assassin increases the duration of assassination by 6 seconds. So it used to be a 5-second window before it would dissipate. Now you're up to 11 seconds. 3 Mantis Style reduces the energy cost of Mantis Leap by 50%. He gets Smoke Bomb. Wind and Storm. Stacks of Assassination provide 3% movement speed in addition to bonus damage. So now you're getting 3, 6, 9, 12, 15% on top of your 10. So now you're going at 25% movement speed. He's fast. He can run. He gets Assassination. And he gets Trail of the Dragon Slash, which this is one of my favorite Dragon Slashes. This one leaves a persistent trail of energy, damaging for 12% of Dragon Slash's damage every half second, and slowing enemies by 30% caught within the tail for 3 seconds. Oh, they nerfed it down. So now it does 12 every half second for 3 seconds. So 6 ticks of 12. You're looking at 12, 24, 48, 72. 72. You're doing 72% of your initial damage over 3 seconds, and everything inside of that zone that you've gone through, it leaves some sparkly dust behind you, is snared as well. So if you've got damage to snared, they're snared. He's a lot of fun. Fleetfoot is one of my favorite ninjas, honestly. He's cool. Way cool. But there's been changes to a lot of this stuff. Anyways, that's Fleetfoot. Let's look at the new ninja, and then I'll cut you guys loose. Yeah, go further. Store, loot. Ninja. Bladestorm. What is he? So his class is called Bladestorm. The character's name is Enforcer. Class is Bladestorm. Gets Shinobi, like every ninja. Kunai Storm is a new ability that he is the first ninja to utilize. It's got a 15-second cooldown, costs 30 energy. The ninja flips backwards and throws 15 pointed knives downward and a 0.5 tile radius. So that's a radius, right? So you're covering a full tile. It's 0.5 around from you. So one tile dealing edged weapon damage. Damage area scales based on the distance with a maximum range of 4 tiles. So that tells me that it can be activated in the air, and it will only go as far as 4 tiles, but it has a damage drop off depending on how far down the enemies are. That's kind of cool. I wonder if you can aim it wherever your cursor is. That's weird. We'll have to see that when it's in action. Manta Sleep at level 2, which is your double jump. Shadow Stance, after defeating an enemy with melee weapon or edged damage. So now your kunais can trigger your Shadow Stance. The ninja enters Shadow Stance for 4 seconds. During Shadow Stance, damage resistance is increased by 15%. Manta Sleep costs 60% less energy, and the ninja becomes more difficult to see where you're causing less aggro. Kunai Collection. Eliminating enemies with Kunai Storm reduces its cooldown by 2 seconds. So it's at a 15-second cooldown. I wonder if it stacks. So if one ability kills 3 or 4 husks, I wonder if that's going to be 2, 4, 6, 8 seconds shaved off of it. That could be dirty. Or I wonder if it's just 1 kill per toss. It gets throwing stars. Rapid Fire reduces the cooldown of throwing stars by 3 seconds. Kunai Barrage increases the number of kunai thrown from the Kunai Storm by 6 and the damage by 25%. So now you got 6 plus what? Plus 15? You're at 21 kunais. Kunai blades being thrown downward. Trained Throw reduces the energy cost of throwing stars. So he's just another star thrower with a Kunai Barrage. Dragon Slash also. But just a bare bones Dragon Slash. There's no perks that buff it. Piercing Stars. Throwing stars pierce through up to 3 targets. This is what the new, that last Mythic Ninja was missing. Piercing. With that archway, the spread needed to have piercing, and it would have been okay. Not great, but it would have been better if it had piercing. Kunihilation. Kunai will now randomly explode. Will now randomly explode and deal energy damage in a 0.25 tile radius. It'll randomly explode. Does every kunai randomly explode? Oh, that's weird. That's gonna be weird to see if it's timed, how it works, if it's a chance per kunai. Anyways, Masked Ninja who showers enemies with throwing stars and explosive kunai. Cool. What bonuses does he bring to the table? Anything new? Supported ability. Ability damage. So here's another way besides Shuriken Master to get ability damage on your heroes. It says 10% here, but if you level your hero up to a 3-star evolution, the support bonus will also level up and become 20% ability damage. And then Kunai Barrage. Check this out. It's a tactical. Increases the number of kunai thrown from Kunai Storm by 6 and damage by 20. Does not stack with the non-tactical Kunai Barrage perk. So you can't... Does anybody see the problem here already? That means that we're going to see new ninjas here soon, shortly, that we're going to have kunai. Because you can't use this with this hero because it already has Kunai Barrage in his utility. It's already one of his perks. So you can't stack it with this. But this only affects this ability, and so far this is the only ninja that has this ability. So it's a cool tactical for the future. As of right now, it's a waste. But that's cool though. That's definitely cool to see that, because that means that we're gonna get some more. I'd rather them add a tactical for piercing, so you can make all stars pierce, which would then fix cloaked star. But what does this dude look like? I wonder what. Oh, he's a soldier. It's a soldier. There's a guy that gets mad in my YouTube comment. You'll see him down below, and he's gonna be like, "It's not a soldier." It's a soldier's body. Everything from BR is a soldier body skin. Thor is a soldier. Sorry. Anyway, I'm excited. I'm gonna play with him tonight. I'll have a video out on him tomorrow, and then yeah, Backbreaker, try it if you want it. I'm not a fan. Electric Field, definitely pick it up if you don't have it. Get all your fluxes. Always get your fluxes. Fleetfoot's cool. You're gonna have to evolve him upward though. And then Striker is super awesome as well. Epic is totally fine, and then you could always level him up to Legendary as well. Epic will give you all of his abilities, so Epic is totally legit, especially if you're starting out. Don't hesitate to play with Epics. Epics are totally fine. I played with Epics into Twine. So there you go. I'm not a fan of the Slugger either, but that's it. I gotta go play. I gotta go live, gotta play, gotta upload. Long video. Anyways, I'm out. See you guys all next time. Bye-bye now.